We are back. It's 8:38. Here's a question. How do you deal with being alone?
Well, Oscar winner Matt Damon finds himself all by himself on Mars in his highly anticipated new movie called The Martian. He sat down recently with Natalie. They talked about the film and much more.
It's the ultimate survivor story. A man stranded on Mars with nothing but his wit and ingenuity to keep him alive.
What drew you to the role? I mean, you're playing Mark Watney, a man who's basically stranded on Mars.
I'm alone for most of the movie, so I didn't have to talk to any other actors. So that was one of the big draws.
Tell me a little bit about getting into Mark Watney and tapping into that. I'm all alone. I'm stranded.
That's actually not a feeling I can really relate to because I have 4 kids. I just sometimes want 20 minutes by myself in my house. The real draw for me, there was this great book that this guy Andy Weir wrote. He kind of had this premise of like, could a guy survive if he was really highly trained on Mars by himself? It's just this really kind of neat story of this guy doing everything that one would have to do to live on this totally inhospitable planet.
I gotta figure out a way to grow 3 years worth of food here on a planet where nothing grows.
Andy Weir said that he saw the character Mark Watney as himself, but smarter and braver and having no flaws. He saw Matt Damon.
Well, that's very nice of him. But the bravery of these guys, like when you meet them, and it is really humbling. Like having hung out with some of these astronauts, you got to be incredibly smart. You got to be incredibly fit. Like I threw my arm around one of them the other day, and it was just like hitting iron.
Were you the kind of kid growing up that you wanted to be an astronaut?
I played at everything. Because I wanted to be an actor, I was always pretending to be somebody else. And certainly I was an astronaut. A lot of this job is totally ridiculous and really and great. And that's why it's fun, because we're playing at the end of the day.
The movie was directed by Ridley Scott. It's the first time they've worked together.
I walked in to meet him, and he said, "We've never met." And I said, No, we haven't. And he goes, "The script is great." And I said, "It is, it's great." And he goes, "It's bleeping great." And I go, "Yeah, it's that too." And he goes, "Why the hell aren't we making this?" And I said, I don't know. I guess we are. And that was kind of That was our first meeting.
Damon, also known for playing Jason Bourne, is currently working on the 5th installment of the successful franchise.
We saw the producer for the latest Bourne film released a little picture of you as Jason Bourne is back.
It's going great, and it's just exciting to be back on that set. It's been about 9 years since we did one. Right?
What made you guys decide that now timing was right to bring it back?
I think enough had changed in the world that we were like, well, what would Jason Bourne think about all this now? You know, in kind of a post-Snowden world, what does that character look like? And I mean, we love those movies as much as anybody. I mean, they're a big part of our lives. We spent a lot of years on those, and we just wanted to make sure that we could make something good.
Despite his busy schedule, he says family comes first.
You never spend more than 2 weeks away from your family. How do you manage to make that work?
Well, usually it's pretty easy. Usually we're all together. You know, sometimes it's challenging, but it just has to be the priority.
Have they seen your movies?
No.
I mean, I guess they're a little young, right?
Yeah.
For most,
well,
I was trying to think if there were some
my 17-year-old's seen all of them.
Yes.
Yeah, all the ones she wants to see. I mean, I don't. You know.
And what does she think? Is Daddy the super smart, super
Dad
action hero?
Dad is not cool. No, Dad is
Come on,
cool.
You're cool.
You're not cool to your own kids.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. You're kind of dorky dad, I think, no matter who you are.
From family to his famous friendship with Ben Affleck, naturally, we wanted to know, when will we see them together again?
Do you ever see you and Ben getting back together on film?
Yeah. I mean, we have a company together. We're constantly developing stuff. You just have to find the right project. We want to work together, obviously. It's just, we want to get it right.
I love the whole premise of The Martian.
Yeah.
I really do.
Could you do it alone?
No, just this idea, can you survive?
Right.
Your worst nightmare.
It's terrifying.
By the way, The Martian does hit theaters this Friday. We should also mention Natalie and Matt sat down before controversy erupted over Damon's comments on a recent episode of Project Greenlight.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.